This shout is called Kiai in Japanese. Kiai doesn't mean warrior scream or battle shout. It literally means unification of energy, because you use it when you want to focus all of your effort at one split-second moment of impact. But Kiai is just the name of the shout. It's not what you shout. So if you scream Kiai, it's like screaming scream. It just sounds weird. And if you want to learn about 9 more misunderstood Japanese terms, then keep watching. Uke doesn't mean to block, because it comes from the word ukeru, which literally means to receive. And to me, that's the complete opposite of blocking something. And once you understand this, you will start to shift your mindset into receiving your opponent's energy and using it against them rather than trying to block it and keep it away from you. That's when you can defeat people who are way stronger and bigger than yourself, because you're never gonna be able to block their force. Everybody thinks sensei means karate instructor or martial arts teacher, but in reality it's used for any kind of teacher. And I remember when I lived in Japan, they even used it for lawyers and doctors, because the term literally means somebody with more experience than you. It doesn't mean martial arts instructor at all. And that's why anybody can be your sensei in anything. Just remember to never call yourself a sensei, because that's considered rude or egotistical. Sensei should only be used in honor of others. Dojo does not mean a martial arts gym. It literally means place of the way. Now I know what you're thinking. What way? Well, that is the path inward, the journey of self-discovery, of learning and growing. And for this reason, a Japanese dojo is almost holy. That's why you always bow when you enter and exit the dojo. Because the dojo is a special place where you leave the rest of the world outside and just focus on following the path, Do. The misunderstood meaning of ki, or chi if you want to use the Chinese pronunciation, is magical superpower. But in reality, it's nothing but energy. And it's easy to see if you look at the original character, because it consists of 2 parts. The top means steam, and the bottom means rice. And that steaming rice is nothing but thermal energy. And people who have great ki power are the ones who are able to utilize their energy in the most efficient way possible, because they have exquisite and superb technical skills. So don't be fooled by people who use this term to justify their fake party tricks. There's nothing magical about it. Everybody thinks Bunkai means the practical application of kata or forms. But in reality, Bunkai is just a regular Japanese word that means to break down something. And it's only the first step in the process of breaking down, analyzing and applying a kata against an actual attacker. But usually we use the word bunkai to represent this whole process of practical kata application. Sometimes I think we should use a different word instead, called imi, which literally means the meaning or the purpose of kata movements. That term would better represent the path between form and function. But since everybody uses bunkai, I tend to use it as well. This is a funny one. Geri by itself means diarrhea, but Keri with a K means to kick. And this becomes confusing when people want to talk about different kinds of kicks, like a mai geri, front kick, or a mawashi geri, roundhouse kick, because then you use the G. And the reason is because the Japanese word with a K switches to a G when you put another word in front of it. The same idea applies to tsuki, where TS changes to Z when you put another word in front of it. I know it's confusing, but that's how Japanese works. Kumite literally translates to intertwined or entangled hands and doesn't mean fighting or sparring, even though that's how we use it today. You see, originally the word was used the other way around, tegumi, which was an ancient form of fighting from Okinawa, where they used wrestling, grappling, and throws as well. Unfortunately, a disconnect happened in the modernization of karate in mainland Japan, and many of these old techniques were not used anymore. So the term kumite became used to represent the modern way of fighting in karate instead. But originally, it was much more than just punching and kicking. Last but not least, kata, which is a word that is not exclusive to the martial arts. It's just a regular Japanese word that means shape, form, or pattern. And there are tons of kata in Japan. There is a specific kata for how you place your shoes at the entrance of a house. And there's another kata for how you eat your food. There's even a kata for how to think called kangai kata. Because kata is not about kicking and punching in thin air. It just means a specific way of doing something, whether it's martial arts or not. And if you want to learn more about karate, check out my other videos because there is so much to learn when you just start scratching the surface, especially when it comes to the cultural, historical, and traditional values of old school karate. Thank you so much for watching. Train hard, good luck, and have fun.